amount of basketball tonight. And, you know, we weren't perfect, but it was good enough to get us to the Sweet 16. It feels good.
Going small, why did that work? And it seemed like there was a lot of conversation about why it would work.
You know, we kind of had to. We got big guys in foul trouble. You know, Kennedy went down late, but they all had 4 fouls at some point. And, you know, the biggest thing was it was going to be easy for us to handle their pressure going small, but we were going to have to rebound. And that was a struggle for us at times because they're so big and athletic. But, you know, we were able to offset it. We didn't turn the ball over too much. You know, we attacked them with our small lineup, and we got shots that we wanted to, and we actually made some in the second half.
Why did you kick into a higher gear during that stretch? That's when you kind of got going.
Yeah, you know, I just settled down a little bit. I got good shots in the first half. I was just rushing them. You know, Justin and Bryce were 4 for 20 combined, and I was 1 for 10 or it felt like 1 for 30 from the floor. So I just tried to relax and let the game come to me, and got a couple of good looks, easy looks, and then you know, I just, you know, at this point in the year, you don't want your last game to be played poorly, and you know, this could have been the last game for us, so I wanted to step up.
How much were some of those baskets you just kind of willing things to happen?
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the year, you got to do that. You know, on that fast break, you know, you can't leave it up to the refs to make a call because, you know, it was a physical game. That was one where I got to go in with some contact, and then once I saw the ball go in, I was able to get loose and make a couple threes too. So
were you saying that one time when you had the runner with the 2 arms, you crashed to the floor and you came up a little bit gimpy?
Yeah, I just fell on my hip and loosened it back up a little bit. A couple of times up and down the court, I thought, all right.
You don't often go in for Isaiah. That's not usually a sub that happens. How surprised were you when they changed that?
Yeah, well, he said go for Nate, and then Isaiah picked up his 4th right then, and he said, you know, switch it up, go for Isaiah. And so it was, you know, 4 little guys on the court, and I think Bryce, or we might have had 5 littles on the court, but you know, we did a good job of handling the pressure, and that made it easier. You know, with all guards in the game, no matter who the ball is entered to, you know, we feel comfortable that they can attack the defense and handle a double team correctly.
I asked you before the season about Iowa State, whether you'd gone back and watched that. Having gotten this far now and played the way you did in the second half of this game, do you feel like you've moved beyond that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the first weekend has been the home for our class, for our team the last couple of years. You don't want to be a North Carolina basketball player and have the reputation of not being able to make it through the first weekend of the tournament. And we had some great opportunities last year, but this, moving on from that point, you know, allows me to forget about the Iowa State thing and just move forward and be a little bit happier, have some relief about that, because I took that pretty hard, and you know, my demons have been released, I guess, and the rest of the team too. Yeah, exercise the demons.
Did that play a role in your second half? I mean, did you sense that, and did you kind of take that into account?
Well, I just knew, you know, we were hanging in there. We didn't play great in the first half. We had a 3-point lead. You know, we've been in that situation a lot of times this year where we've been in a 1-possession game at halftime without playing great. So I wanted to take it upon myself and challenge my teammates to, you know, make a stand. You know, this is the end of the year. If we come out and play great for 20 minutes, we control our own destiny. So that was the biggest thing for me. I just wanted to be more aggressive, but at the same time, like, slow down and just make the right play. I was getting sped up a little bit too much in the first half.